Africa, a land of ancient kingdoms, rich cultures, and powerful stories. But beneath the beauty lies a history of struggle. Across the continent, brave men and women have risen to fight against oppression, injustice, and colonialism. These are the stories of 7 powerful revolutions that changed Africa forever. 1. The Algerian War of Independence, 1954 to 1962. In 1954, Algeria was under French rule, a rule marked by violence and inequality. But the people had had enough. The National Liberation Front, known as the FLN, led a fierce armed struggle for freedom. For 8 long years, the people of Algeria fought in the cities, mountains, and deserts. By 1962, they achieved what many thought was impossible, which is independence. 2. The Mau uprising in Kenya 1952 to 1960. In Kenya, the British controlled the best lands while African farmers suffered. This led to the Mau uprising, a fierce rebellion led by the Kikuyu people. They fought from the forests, using guerrilla tactics against the British forces. Thousands were imprisoned, and many died, but their struggle led to Kenya's independence in 1963. 3. The Ethiopian Revolution 1974. For centuries, Ethiopia was ruled by emperors. But by the 1970s, poverty and inequality fueled anger among the people. In 1974, a military group called the Derg overthrew Emperor Haile Selassie. This revolution ended the ancient monarchy, but it also led to years of military rule and civil conflict. The Zanzibar Revolution 1964. Zanzibar, a beautiful island in East Africa, was once ruled by an Arab monarchy. But in 1964, African revolutionaries led a violent uprising. In a matter of days, they overthrew the Sultan's government. Thousands were killed, and a new republic was born. This revolution united Zanzibar with Tanganyika to form today's Tanzania. The Angolan War of Independence 1961 to 1975. Angola was a Portuguese colony for nearly 500 years. But in 1961, 3 main groups, the MPLA, FNLA, and UNITA, began a war for independence. For 14 years, Angolans fought in a brutal conflict. In 1975, Portugal finally gave up, and Angola became free, but a bloody civil war followed. The Sudanese Revolution 2018-2019. More recently, the people of Sudan made history. For 30 years, Sudan was ruled by President Omar al-Bashir. But in 2018, people across the country rose up. They wanted freedom, democracy, and justice. After months of protests, the military removed al-Bashir in 2019. The struggle for true democracy continues, but the people's voices changed Sudan forever. 7. The South African anti-apartheid struggle 1948 to 1994. One of the most famous revolutions in African history happened in South Africa. For decades, the apartheid system separated people by race. Black South Africans faced harsh discrimination, but the people did not stay silent. Leaders like Nelson Mandela and thousands of others fought back through protests, strikes, and armed resistance. After years of struggle, apartheid ended in 1994. Mandela became the country's first black president, a symbol of victory and hope. These 7 revolutions show the power of the African spirit, the desire for freedom and dignity. Each uprising changed not only a nation but inspired future generations across the continent. The fight for justice is never easy, but history proves that the people's voice cannot be silenced. Thank you for watching African Echo. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold African stories. What other revolutions do you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments below.